Chef, they brought us some wine, so you're gonna have to have some wine with me. I know you gotta go back, but after this. So, my next guest, we are live right here on the taste. I have got Chef Anthony, it's easy to just call Chef Anthony, from Costantino's Venda Bar and Ristorante, up on Federal Hill, another favorite haunt of mine because I'm never on the hill. But this alone, tell us about this before we even get to the pizza.
Well,
what do we got going on here?
A little preview of some of the pastas we have. This is a rigatoni with spinach. This is a roasted pepper rigatoni, and this is our pappardelle pasta.
And all these are made, homemade.
Homemade, yep. We make them in Kentucky at our pasta plant, and they're all available in the store all the time.
Over at Venda.
And I utilize them a lot in the restaurant as well. I have a spinach linguine that we use. It's always on the menu. Pappardelle is always on the menu.
Spinach linguine. Oh my god! All right, we started off with pasta just because I couldn't resist looking at this. So Venda is well known to Rhode Islanders and many tourists coming into the state. And has been an icon of Federal Hill forever. And I have to say again, in full disclosure, I represent Federal Hill as an association, and I love the hill. So I want to put that out there. But Chef, you had, before we even get to the pizza again, you've had some unique experiences up there as well. You train under Sal.
Yes, it feels like I've been up there forever.
Right?
I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I've been a Federal Hill guy since 2003. Actually, I was with Sal for about 7 years, and I've been the chef for almost 7 years. Also,
Awesome. Cheers to you. Congratulations. Thank you for joining us.
Sure.
So Sal was the executive chef overseeing kind of all their operations, and he still has Sal's Cafe in Venda, right?
Yes, correct.
And you've got Venda Bar and the restaurant
Yes.
next door there. So just to paint a picture for those of you that are not familiar with Venda or Federal Hill, again, shame on you, but let's talk about that for a second, is the plaza is an amazing destination in Rhode Island as a whole. And Venda Bar kind of sits on the corner of Atwell's and Di Pasquale Plaza right there, which is where that amazing pizza oven is.
Yeah.
So segueing into our pizza story, talk to me about the oven.
Well, the oven actually it's in perfect position. You can see it right from the street.
Yeah.
You know, when you're driving by, you can see it in the window or in the bar itself. You can sit right by the bar, and it's kind of right in perfect view.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, we got the
You watch it all happen.
Yeah, we got the countertop set up so we can make the pizzas right there, and yeah, it's been a great addition. When I first started, it wasn't there. After about a year or two that I was the chef, because that was actually where Venda was.
Right,
And then they
yep.
did the catering there.
And then it
put
moved
the
across the
pizza
plaza.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's a story behind this oven and the chef that came in from Italy, right?
Yes, Chef Gennaro Nasti. Actually, he travels around to a lot of places and opens restaurants, and kind of introduces the Neapolitan pizza style to the owner or whoever.
Right.
And he sort of bounces around a lot. He was there for a few months.
So he did like a training and an overview of the staff
Right.
and the chefs. And
Yep, and introduced the pizza menu to us and how to make the dough and how to utilize the oven and it's all.
The oven's an original thing. I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, they literally brought that in from right over, right? I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. It's called a Stefano Ferrara.
Sounds
It's,
like a Ferrari.
yeah.
Stefano Ferrari. So it's the Ferrari of pizza ovens, right?
Right. Yes, for sure. And it's got to be built, piece by piece and bricked in, and there's no gas. It's all fire. I mean, yeah, it's all wood.
Yeah.
So when we get there, like I got there this afternoon, you have to put some wood in there and
Get it
start
heated up and get it going.
like a Boy Scout. And get it
Start
going.
it up like a Boy Scout.
Yeah.
So, how many pizzas are on the menu that come out of there? Would you say?
We have about 12 to 14.
12 to 14 pizzas
Yes.
that come out of there.
Yeah.
That's
There's a few red, with the red sauce, and
Yeah.
a few white with that's olive oil on the bottom, and some cheeses.
So, I know that the training came from him when he came in, and obviously each chef that comes in puts their own kind of stamp and style onto different things.
Sure.
So, you were trained under Sal, who was an amazing chef in and of
Yeah.
himself. Your skills have been unbelievable, and I've been in both the restaurants and such, especially in the summertime. Like, you can't get me out of the plaza over there. So, your twist on things when you've come in and done it, what's the special things? Is it locally sourced ingredients? Is it styles from customers about there, or your own style? What is it that's kind of influenced your style of pizza?
Well, I mean, a lot of that when you do the Neapolitan style pizza, you have to use certain ingredients in order to, keep that with that style. So we have to use the buffalo mozzarella. We have to use imported tomato, the San Marzano tomato. So there's a few ingredients that you have to get imported. And then, some of the salumi, we use this different salamis and stuff we get from Venda because they have just a great selection. So there wasn't too much for me to have to put a twist on it. I mean, it is the perfect thing that it is,
Right.
and there's a reason why it's called Neapolitan pizza. So there wasn't much for me to change, just to keep
good.
it going.
So you just keep it going, keep the
Yeah.
style and the tradition going,
Yes.
which is important, again, up on Federal Hill with tradition, being the Little Italy of Rhode Island as
Of
we
course,
are,
yeah.
is to keep those traditions going. So What kind of pizzas did you bring here today? Because I
Well-
just got to tell you, the one I just had was out of this world. I'm telling you.
I brought a,
What the sausage and ravi?
Sausage and ravi.
yep.
Well, and that would be this one.
Which is one of my.
It's a good thing Josh Fenton doesn't like pizza, because I'd be in good shape here. So.
You know. So
Tony
this,
knows.
This would be
Did you
considered.
hear about our bet with Tony? We got to
No.
tell you about this.
Oh, I
So
saw
the 500 likes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep repeating that because there's a lot of pizza. So go ahead, Chef.
So this would be considered one of the white pizzas, where there's no red sauce on the bottom. You know, it's olive oil,
Yep.
and then the ravi, some Italian sausages, the Graziano sausage. You consider that a local ingredient.
So does the broccoli ravi? I mean, I'm a huge biker. Broccoli ravi. Does it still stay bitter when it's cooked like this and over on the pizza? Still that little bitter taste to it?
Well, we do a little blanching of the ravi.
Okay.
So we blanch it in water and then saute it, and that takes a little bit of
The bitterness
the
out?
extra bitterness out. You know, some people like it just cooked in the olive oil and in its own bitterness. But ours is a
If you
little
look at that and you're
smoother.
not hungry, then I don't know what's wrong with you. All right, so that's the sausage and the broccoli ravi.
And then this is called a cotto pizza.
Say
I guess
again?
this would be my addition. Cotto means cooked ham, like cooked.
Yep, okay.
So the ham is cooked. It's a regular, as opposed to prosciutto, which would be considered crudo.
It almost looks like a prosciutto that's on there though, because it's thin, or?
Well, yes, it sort of cooks up, but
Okay.
instead of being cured like a prosciutto is, this is more like you would get at the deli.
Okay,
You know,
yeah.
a boiled ham, and it's got
Artichoke.
Kalamata olives, artichokes, and mozzarella. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so like I said, I'm a pizza fan, I can't go wrong. Look at this. Look at, that's unbelievable.
And again, this being under the rosso or red pizza.
And all these came right out of that oven over there.
Yes, and quickly.
And quickly.
It's about a 90-second cook time.
90
or
seconds?
less, yeah, because the oven goes about 900 degrees
Wow.
to be authentic. So the dough's a little bit different. It doesn't have olive oil or sugar like some like bread pizzas.
Yeah.
There's bread pizzas that rise over a long period of time. That's why they're in the oven for about 15 minutes. Whereas this is a quick rise, so it's just sugar, yeast, water, salt, and flour.
Okay.
And so that hot temperature, you depend on the air that the yeast creates to
Okay.
kind of pop it to get the crust.
So again, this goes to the unique style of talking about amazing pizzas, that this style in these different ovens that exist to get this is that you're sitting at the bar up at Venda or out there in the summer and you're getting your pizza that quickly. It's an amazing
Yeah.
thing, and to go to that. So I've asked everybody, and it's been a curious thing for me. So what would you say is probably the most popular pizza that comes out of
I'd say
from the guest
margarita.
stand- From the guest standpoint, the margarita?
Yeah, margaritas.
Wow.
Yeah, and pepperoni.
With pepperoni. And your favorite pizza?
I like the sausage wrap, and of course the pepperoni. How could you go wrong?
Chef, I am so happy you were the first person to give me one that wasn't margarita. Where's that sausage wrap? Look at this. Because see, this is what I would go for. Now I don't feel bad that finally 1 out of 4
Yeah.
said something that was a margarita for me. That's amazing. So, any new exciting things coming up for the plaza as we kind of close out here for the day?
Summertime.
Summertime, which
Yeah,
is exciting in and of
summertime,
itself.
yes.
So talk about what happens in the summertime with that.
Well, we go from being a quiet, cold street to being a full-on, almost like amphitheater. I mean,
Yeah.
the way that the crowds show up we have music 7 days a week.
You
once
hear
it's
that?
warm
7
enough.
days a week you can go to the plaza.
Once it's warm enough, and even once it starts getting a little bit warmer, say May, June, maybe we'll do some music on the weekends depending on how the weather's going to look. But once late June gets going, it's 7 days a week, and it's dancing and it's food.
I
and
know,
it's-
so it's a great
it's
atmosphere,
everything.
awesome experience. So, does the menu, talk about launching things for the summer, do you start to change up the menu for both the restaurant and the bar?
This year we're going to keep the same going how it is, because with the volume we have, it's a good menu, and we can really kind of add some specials, some local specials, and really attack what's coming, in the season.
Well, and freshness is always important. You guys are making your own pasta, you're making your own pizzas, you guys do a lot of locally sourced things as
Yeah.
well. So, that's awesome. Well, Chef, I really, really appreciate you coming in today. These are awesome. I will hide them from Josh because I'm not worried about him, but thank you for joining us. It was great to have you in, and I look forward to seeing you up on the
Okay.
plaza.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, Chef.
Okay, thank you.